Welcome to Empowering Women, Transforming Lives with Rebecca Hall-Greider. In our program each week, we provide the tools, ideas, and encouragement to help you move ahead on your journey, becoming a more powerful and impactful woman in your own life. Now here's your host, Rebecca Hall-Greider.
Welcome, everyone. I hope that you're having an amazing day. Honored to be connecting in with you. And we are looking forward to talking about how do we unmask our potential, step forward with confidence, and shine. This month, the month of October, we're going to be talking about unmasking our potential in different ways, different approaches from powerful, talented experts that are going to help us build our toolbox and be able to more fully step into our potential on an ongoing basis. No matter what might be happening around us or swirling around us, we can keep making choices. We can keep choosing to step more fully into our potential. And I think as we do that, we build confidence. As we add different tools to our toolbox, we have different ways we can navigate, move forward, add to the mix. And I feel like that builds confidence. And then as we are becoming more confident in stepping forward, we can share in bigger ways. We can share our insight, our expertise, tips, encouragement, come alongside others, clarity. We can help support others, bringing our gifts and talents forward and sharing them. I call that shining them out into the world. So I am thrilled to have you all joining us for this exciting conversation. We have three dynamic, powerful women that are joining us today that I know are going to inspire you, encourage you, uplift you, and really be focused in on how to help you unmask, discover, unveil your potential, and step more fully into your confidence. Now, I want you to get the most out of our time together today. And the best way to do that is to choose to be fully present. That means stopping, pausing, being open to receive. In fact, let's take a deep breath together. In through the nose, all the way to your toes, and then out, like through your mouth. Beautiful. And as you're doing that, it helps you become present. Helps you slow down and start to be. Often we're caught up in doing. So this is a time you get to be supported, to be encouraged, to be present, to be poured into. As you continue to breathe, really picture breathing in all that beautiful oxygen to support you and every cell of your body and being. Breathe out what no longer serves, creating space for what is new and supportive. And in that beautiful space and environment, I encourage you to put both hands on your heart today. Close your eyes. You're absolutely safe. Breathing in through your nose. Out through your mouth as you are, again, slowing down, becoming present, feeling that heartbeat. And I'm curious. What is your heart whispering to you? What is it sharing with you today about your potential? What is it that you need to encourage you, empower you, remind you, uplift you, support you? What do you need today, real time, to step more fully into your potential, into your calling, into your mission, into your purpose, into more fully being you and all you are called to be? What is it you need that you are willing to receive? Because you absolutely have choice. So what is it that you need and are willing to receive? Beautiful. Receive that information. Let's go ahead and take another breath. So you come back into the room, eyes open, fully present. Beautiful. And I encourage you to take a moment and write down what was laid on your heart that you need and are willing to receive. Take a moment, start to co-create it, bring it forward, make it real, have it not just swirling around in you, but out where you can look at it and you can interact with it and keep it top of mind. And what's beautiful about writing it down is it connects your hand and your heart and the information or reminder that was laid on it. And it helps you be open to receive. That you're unattached to how. In fact, you can be excited about the wonderful way this need is brought forward or you are supported in it. Because guess what? It is not an accident you are tuning in today. I know there is something here for you and I want you to receive it. I want you to be open to all that can serve you, that you'll breathe it in deeply and allow it to support you on your journey. So be open. Be looking forward to a wonderful way you never saw coming that can help you move forward what was laid on your heart. With that, we're going to go around our virtual room and talk with each of our amazing experts and just see when they took a moment to stop, pause, and listen what was laid on their heart. So with that, Elizabeth, I'd love for you to start. What was laid on your heart?
The importance of time and how important it is to be present and how a lot of the times we're so busy that we're not. And I need to do this more often.
Oh, beautiful. Well, I'm glad we got to do it together with you today.
Thank you.
Absolutely. And I love that reminder to allow time for that to be truly present because we get caught up in doing. There's so many things that pull at us and that we want to bring forward. Beautiful. Thank you for sharing. How about you, Shelby? What was laid on your heart?
The word that came to me was focus. When we focus and tune into our senses, we can appreciate the opportunities in each moment to serve and to enrich our heart.
I love that. And that's a great reminder that really focusing and remembering all of our senses can help us focus and become present. Beautiful. Thank you for sharing. Wendy, how about you?
I really had an appreciation for the deep breathing this morning. I felt that it just all kind of connected us. We were all doing this at the same time, and I just felt this strong sense of community with us taking those deep breaths together.
I love that. Thank you for sharing. There is something so powerful in connecting when we all stop for a moment and collectively come together and breathe and mindfully, purposely become present and connect deeply. I love that. Thank you for bringing that forward. Beautiful. And listeners, how about you? What was laid on your heart when you stopped and listened and took a moment to breathe, to be still, to perhaps expand the use of all of your senses as you were taking time for you to breathe, connect, and receive? We're getting ready to go to our first commercial break, and as we do that, I encourage you to stay present. Really listen to what you are being reminded of, what is speaking to your heart, your spirit. Use all of your senses, and we'll continue our conversation in just a moment.
Become our friend on Facebook. Post your thoughts about our shows and network on our timeline. Visit facebook.com/Voice America.
Explore the poetry of Sam Yao. His book of poems, Soul's Journey, is a #1 international bestseller. Sam is a contemporary poet with a unique and highly relatable poetic style to convey the essence of spiritual truths for our time. Readers will find beauty, inspiration, and healing in his words. Get his book, Soul's Journey, today on Amazon.com or visit SamYaoPoetry.com. That's Sam, Y-A-U, Poetry.com.
Announce Announcing a powerful new TV channel featuring programs designed to enhance and transform your life. Make powerful connections, one program at a time. And by doing so, we can bring transformation to the world. Tune in each week to Empowered Connections TV as we add new programs to help you make empowered connections of your own. Visit empoweredconnectionstv.com. That's empoweredconnectionstv.com. And make the most of an incredible life transformation.
Rebecca Hall-Greider's Speaker Talent Search is looking for speakers wanting to get on more stages. With just one audition, you could open the doors to hundreds of speaking opportunities, reach more people, and expand your impact. Finalists get to audition live in front of leaders looking to fill all kinds of speaking opportunities. Apply now at SpeakerTalentSearch.com. That's SpeakerTalentSearch.com. We look forward to hearing your message.
It's your world. Motivate, change, succeed. VoiceAmericaEmpowerment.com.
Tune in to the Voice America Variety channel on the Voice America Talk Radio Network. Voice America Variety broadcasts a diverse array of topics, reaching a global community. Our experts come from all walks of life, and the topics they discuss are everything from current events, arts and entertainment, leadership, parenting, relationships, self-improvement, career advice, and a variety of other topics. Check us out today. You're sure to find something of interest. Voice America Variety. Talk on today's hot topics.
You're listening to Empowering Women, Transforming Lives with your host, Rebecca Hall-Greider. If you have a question or comment for Rebecca or her guest, we'd love to hear from you. Please call into the program at 1-888-346-9141. That's 1-888-346-9141. You may also send an email to Rebecca at yourpurposedrivenpractice.com. Now back to Empowering Women, Transforming Lives.
Welcome back, everyone. I hope you enjoyed those 2 minutes, an opportunity to be fully present. Breathe, listen, and receive. While you are enjoying the beautiful commercials behind the scenes, we get to chat a little bit in the green room. And we're running through some of the logistics of the next segment. And I love Wendy. We had a little extra time and she says, oh, good, more time that we get to breathe and be present. And I love that. Such a great reminder that even when we have those little moments, 15, 20 seconds, 30 seconds, it can make such a difference when we remember to be present and breathe and see how far we can stretch our lungs as we take in that beautiful air, and we can build those moments throughout the day, or when you have that moment, remembering to take it and be present and enjoy. So I hope that you take advantage of those commercial breaks throughout the show. They are designed on purpose to give you times to integrate, to breathe, to pause and receive. They're built into the show on purpose for you. So enjoy them, allow them to support you in being present, receiving, and breathing. Well, we're talking with amazing experts today about how do we unmask our potential, really confidently step forward in powerful ways and shine. I'm really excited to introduce our first guest. You heard from her on a heart level in our opening segment, and I'm excited to share a little bit about her. So Shelby Cotman grew up in the Midwest town, and at age 9, I love this, at 9, she knew she wanted to be a teacher and an author. A couple years ago, she felt God nudging her that it was time. It was time to step forward and bring her writing and her messages forward in a new way. And now, as an inspirational speaker, a photographer, let me say that correctly, photographer, and artist, she has beautiful drawings that are filled with energy and insight, nature loving, and she is a powerful author stepping forward, bringing her book forward, her first book. We're going to talk about that a little bit today, and a Reiki master. She is passionate about helping you stand in your truth and shine. please lean in and warmly welcome the powerful, dynamic, and heart-centered Shelby Cotman to the show. Welcome!
Oh, thank you, Rebecca.
You are
nice to
welcome.
Be here.
I'm excited and thrilled to have you here. And we actually already have a guest online that is excited to talk with you. But I wanted to, before we go there, I wanted to give you a moment to share a little bit about why you felt it was time to step into this new space of bringing your message forward. Why you maybe didn't before, and why now is the time. What shifted and what called you to come forward now?
Well, that time began a couple years ago. I used to be a fifth grade teacher, and I noticed how much my students would light up inside when I told a story, and that taught me the power of intentional storytelling. I realized that when I share my stories, I was sharing love and my gifts, because in each story was a lesson or a moral that they could carry forward in their life. Intentional storytelling's an expression of love in that way, and through that understanding, I knew I needed to write to reach more hearts.
Beautiful. I love that you recognize that, and I love that you're leaning into the opportunity to touch more hearts and touch more lives. And I'm curious, as you have stepped into that and you've started to bring your books forward, there are multiple books coming forward, being birthed, that you are bringing forward. What has that journey helped you kind of unmask your potential, stand in it more powerfully and confidently, and how are you hoping it supports the readers as you bring those forward?
Well, the book's been a gift to me and taking me on a journey of learning to let go. I needed to let go of my inner critic. I needed to embrace my inner coach instead. And like I emphasize in Evolution of the Soul, when we embrace obstacles as a powerful teacher, that's when they transform into opportunities to grow. And what I'm hoping to give readers is a similar belief where they can believe in the truths that live inside their hearts and lean into love.
I love that, the truth in their hearts and lean into love. I'm writing that down. Beautiful and powerful. And I love that you are creating some beautiful books to help people do that and really hear the truth in their heart and really connect with it deeply and powerfully. Now, I have more questions I want to ask you about your book, but I know David has been patiently waiting on hold, and so I wanted to give him an opportunity to join the conversation. So, David, welcome.
Hello.
I'm excited to have you joining us today. Where are you calling from?
I'm calling from Beeson, Illinois.
Ah, beautiful. And I understand you had a question or a comment for Shelby.
Well, I just wanted to say congratulations on your book, and I can't wait to read it. And I really love what you said about the storytelling. I find that whenever I'm in classrooms, substitute teaching, the students are always asking me to tell one of my stories. I think what you have said is really right on.
Yeah, beautiful.
Thank you so much, David. I know you share in that heartfelt storytelling, and you've impacted a lot of lives as well.
Well, thank you.
Beautiful. Well, Shelby, thank you for your comment and sharing, David. I appreciate you calling in, and we are equally excited about her book coming forward and sharing it with the world. Did you have any other comments or shares, David, that you wanted to bring to the conversation today?
Only that I'm sure it's going to be a wonderful book, and I can't wait to read it.
Beautiful. Great. Well, thank you so much for calling in and sharing with all of us today. I appreciate that. And Shelby, it's just a perfect transition. Let's talk more about your book. Now that everybody knows it's coming, we're excited about that. The launch date, and I always love everybody to write launch dates on their calendar. So it will be released on October 19th. So it's great if everyone, as Shelby starts to share a little bit more about her book, and if you feel that pull in your heart, mark that date on your calendar, because when it's released, for the first 24, maybe 48 hours, so it's time sensitive, it's going to be available at a special rate of $1.99, which is an amazing deal. So for those of you who like a great deal, and this is something that resonates with you, we'd love for you to watch her book be unveiled and help support us in getting it out there and sharing it out. We'll be sharing it out in social media. So with all of that, I know you have mentioned the title, but I'd love for you to share the title of your book again and just give us a little snapshot of what it's about.
Well, Evolution of a Soul, I chose that title because I feel like at a soul and heart level, we evolve within when we lean into our journey and growing with God. It's like co-creating our lives. Mm-hmm. And I would say everyone in life can relate to having obstacles, trauma, trials, but what I really want people to take away from Evolution of a Soul is that through these things, we can stay centered in our heart, listen to the truths that live inside them, and find that the people that come into our lives are gifts. Like, as I share in the story, I think people come in for a reason, a season, or a lifetime. Mm. And when we tune into the purpose others serve in our lives, and we serve in theirs, we find the wisdom that lies in those relationships, every one of them. And then we have another gift in life that's, at least especially for me, is nature. I see answers to the questions in my heart when I go out in nature. And God designed something as simple as a monarch butterfly with the same codes He designed our lives. And there's a profound yet simple truth in so many little things around us in our daily lives just waiting to be seen.
Mm. Beautiful. I love that. In your book, I've had the privilege and honor of getting to read an advance copy. So I am excited that your book will be released soon and shared with everyone out there. But I love that you have elements of it being a story where there's stories and relationships and a journey that the reader gets to go on. And then you have reflections where they get to stop and pause on the journey, and you share something about nature that you've observed, or a reflection to help them be present and maybe process some of what's being shared. And I just think that's such a gift for the readers to help them be present as they are experiencing the story and the journey. And in addition to that, you've included some powerful pictures. Do you mind sharing a little bit about what are those and how do they tie into the story or the reflection?
Yeah, I'm grateful to include my illustrations and photography in the book because I have purposely placed them to deepen the receiving of my words and enrich the perspective that you can bring to them. The pictures are sketches I've drawn on an evening, kind of meditating on something I was thinking of, or I'll be out in the country or in nature and take a snapshot of something that spoke to my heart.
Beautiful. And I love that you share that and bring that energy into the experience. It becomes a multimedia experience with all these textures that we get to enjoy in reading your book and experience, and including there is, I believe, one of those photos you used to help design the cover. Is that correct?
Yes. Yes, I took that picture a few years ago on the beach in my favorite summer place. And each one has a special place in my heart because they're a moment in my life. And I hope they serve yours as well.
Beautiful. Oh, I love that. Thank you. Thank you for sharing so many dimensions with us today. I'm really excited about your book coming forward on the 19th, in case anyone didn't mark that date down, that it will be available. And I love that you are taking readers on a journey where they can connect with the truth in their heart, that they can really process and grow as they experience your book and have that support of your energy and your perspective and your reflections and art to help them on that journey. Anything else that you would add that you'd like to share today that's just on your heart, either about the first book that we've been focused on today, Evolution of the Soul, and the subject matter of unmasking our potential and really stepping forward with confidence? Anything in there that is on your heart you'd like to share with our listeners today?
Well, Rebecca, I'm thinking about what you said about how the chapters are structured in stories, but also in reflections. And what I'm exemplifying and calling readers to do within themselves is to not just live life, but take that time to pause and be present with your feelings and truly grow and digest your experiences so that you can empower yourself to move forward in a brighter way. Now, what I'm building here is a set of stories and resources and a community that empowers people to be present with the truth in their hearts and grow together.
Beautiful. Thank you for sharing. I appreciate that. We are getting ready to go to our next commercial break, which is perfect. So a pause for all of us to breathe, to be present, and to integrate what serves. Really taking a moment to be present, receive everything that is here for you, and release what is complete and no longer serves. And we'll look forward to continuing our conversation in just 2 minutes.
Follow us on Twitter at VoiceAmericaTRN. Get the lowdown on guests, new shows, and your favorites. That's VoiceAmericaTRN.
Rebecca Hall Greider's Speaker Talent Search is looking for speakers wanting to get on more stages. With just one audition, you could open the doors to hundreds of speaking opportunities, reach more people, and expand your impact. Finalists get to audition live in front of leaders looking to fill all kinds of speaking opportunities. Apply now at SpeakerTalentSearch.com. That's SpeakerTalentSearch.com. We look forward to hearing your message. It's time to serve, learn, change the world. Tune in each week for The Power of Young People to Change the World, hosted by NYLC's CEO, Amy Mewers. The program is a forum for both young people and the adults who love and support them. We make connections with others through stories of change, partnership, and new perspectives of issues facing the world today. Be sure to join us every Thursday at 6 p.m. Eastern Time and 3 p.m. Pacific Time, or anytime on demand on the Voice America Empowerment Channel.
Announcing a powerful new TV channel featuring programs designed to enhance and transform your life. Make powerful connections, one program at a time. And by doing so, we can bring transformation to the world. Tune in each week to Empowered Connections TV as we add new programs to help you make empowered connections of your own. Visit EmpoweredConnectionsTV.com. That's EmpoweredConnectionsTV.com. And make the most of an incredible life transformation.
You're listening to Empowering Women, Transforming Lives with your host, Rebecca Hall Greider. If you have a question or comment for Rebecca or her guest, we'd love to hear from you. Please call into the program at 1-888-346-9141. That's 1-888-346-9141. You may also send an email to Rebecca at yourpurposedrivenpractice.com. Now back to Empowering Women, Transforming Lives.
Welcome back, everyone. I hope you enjoyed those 2 minutes just for you. An opportunity to breathe and be present and receive and process all that is speaking to your heart and to your spirit. And choosing to use all of your senses as you slow down, pause, breathe, and receive. Well, we're excited to continue our conversation with our powerful guests as we are talking about unmasking your potential, stepping forward with confidence, and sharing out your gifts and talents with the world. I'm excited to introduce our next two guests. I'm going to do a combo intro today so that you can learn a little bit about them as well as how powerful their synergy is that they're creating and bringing to the world. So Wendy K. Benson and Elizabeth Myers are co-authors, #1 international best-selling co-authors, I should say. Wendy K. Benson, who's the COO, and Elizabeth A. Myers, CEO, are leaders of 2x2 Health, private health concierge, which supports people and their loved ones in their healthcare journey. They have 40 years of combined clinical experience in a variety of settings, and together they have built teams to help you navigate complex health issues, appointments, and surgeries with confidence. They are passionate about you being informed and confident and empowered in your healthcare journey. Please lean in and warmly welcome the powerful Wendy K. Benson and dynamic Elizabeth Myers to the show. Welcome.
Thank you, Rebecca. We're pleased to be here.
Excited to have you both here today. Looking forward to the conversation. And I think this is such an important area. There have been so many changes in how we're navigating the healthcare arena and what those journeys are looking like. I feel like they're getting more and more complex, and I think it's such a powerful gift that you are both standing in that place to help people navigate those waters. And so I wanted to start with why. So Elizabeth, I'd like to start with you. Why is this work of helping people in this way important to you?
Excuse me. So I started this company, 2x2 Health, 6 years ago because I just felt that people were really getting lost in healthcare. And so as a nurse, spending my whole career and personal life helping people, it made me very distraught to watch. So we created this company to help people navigate the healthcare system. And it has just been, it makes me feel good at night, helping people, watching our nurses, helping other people, really doing an amazing job and really making a difference in people's life.
Beautiful. Thank you for sharing. And Wendy, I know you joined as part of this company and in the leadership space. So why is that work and being part of this organization something that is so important to you?
Well, Rebecca, even though each individual and their family has their own unique needs, we did notice that there were a lot of common themes. And so it is completely natural to feel overwhelmed with a healthcare condition. It's completely normal to feel nervous about an upcoming surgery. And so what we've been able to do as an organization is really help guide people when they're in that space of vulnerability. So it has really been empowering to partner with individuals, their families, and their physician teams to really move forward, to be able to ask those questions, to be able to understand what the different choices mean, and to really be able to help people move forward with confidence.
Beautiful. Thank you for sharing. And I love that you want people to be empowered to move forward with confidence. I love, Elizabeth, that need from what you observed was planted in your heart to bring a company forward, an organization forward to support people in that. And then you both had this seed planted in your heart to bring forward a book. And it was designed to really support people in a powerful way. So I'd love for you to share with me a little bit, and our listeners, not just with me, but our listeners too, share why you felt led to come together to bring a book, and what did it take from a stepping into your potential and confidence perspective, just personally on that journey, and what do you hope it does for the readers?
So that's a great question. So one of the things that has been amazing is watching our team grow and help people. Mm-hmm. And when people ask us what our secret sauce is, it's the nurses. And when people ask if we're going to expand 2x2 Health and take it places outside of the Chicagoland area, right now, I don't think we can because, again, the special sauce is the nurses, and I need a good group of nurses elsewhere to carry on what our mission statement is and beliefs. So as of right now, we can't grow any further, but we thought, Wendy had a great idea on making sure that the common themes that we've been seeing with everyone is written in a book. So hopefully for those that we can't personally touch, that they could at least read the book and learn some of the techniques so they could feel confident when they went to their physician's appointments.
Beautiful. Thank you for sharing that. And Wendy, do you have anything you add to that about some of what it was like to have that vision and that idea, and then you guys get to do it and bring it forward and share it with the world?
Yeah. I'd love to, Rebecca. Thank you. We wrote the book, The Confident Patient, really as a guide, as a supportive guide. There's enough acronyms in healthcare and lingo that is used that can be overwhelming. And I think that as medical professionals, we care about people, but sometimes we use words that aren't used in everyday language. And so the purpose of us writing The Confident Patient was really to be a guide to help individuals. And so we use real-life client stories. We provide questions that people can ask either as they are or modify to their own situation. And then we also have a lot of advice from medical professionals across the country that we interviewed for this book. And we really hope that people are able to read this book. It's very approachable. It's written in a supportive way, and it really is to help people no matter where they live.
Thank you for sharing that. I love that. And I love that you both you saw this need to help people beyond the geographical area that right now you are able to support, and that you found a way and a medium to do that and to bring it forward. And The Confident Patient became a #1 international best-selling book. It was received really powerfully, really positively out in the world. And now time has gone by. It's been released in multiple formats. As you're looking back on that, are you seeing that as people are interacting with it, that they are becoming more confident, that they're stepping into more of their potential in the journey? Are you finding that? Are there some common themes that you're hearing back? Elizabeth?
Yes, I think it has been, and so many people bring up to us, when I, was reading that book or your book, The Confident Patient, I learned this. So it is really heartwarming to hear that people have been reading it and taking it in. And the best part about it is it's not a book that you need to read all in one sitting, that you can pick it up at whatever given time when you're looking for a specific question or an event or some part. It doesn't need to be, read all at once. So I feel like people put it down and then pick it up if they need it again. So it's really been heartwarming to hear all the positive comments about the book.
Beautiful. I love that. Thank you for sharing. And Wendy, I know that you also, the book was released. What year was the book released? Originally
2019.
Published? 2019. So I just wanted everyone to hear that, 2019. And we all know there were a lot of changes and things that were happening in 2020. And I know that, and beyond. And so it became very dynamic, and you guys saw that, and you were able to bring forward some things to really help people build from the foundation of what's in the book and be able to stay current for some of the things that were changing and evolving in the healthcare arena. So I'd love for you to share a little bit about how you navigated those waters and how what you've created works so powerfully with the book.
Thank you, Rebecca. Yeah, one of the nurses that read our book and was giving we were having a conversation with, and she works on the medical side, and she said, "I wish I would have read your surgical chapter before I had my knee surgery." So it, like Beth said, there are little parts that you can pick up depending on what you're focused on at the moment with your medical situation. Like you said, a lot has changed since 2019, and so even though the information in our book is still very visible and present and useful, we decided during the pandemic to launch a video series, The Confident Patient in a New World, which is on our 2x2 Health Facebook page. And that's been really empowering because we have medical professionals all across the country that we interview and talk about in real time and share information with individuals and their family members so that they can have the most up-to-date information.
Beautiful. I love it. Thank you for sharing that. And I love how you were, again, both of you seeing a need and then finding a way to fill the gap and keep that information coming out quickly enough to be able to support people on in navigating their particular healthcare needs in these dynamic and changing times. So I love that you've done that. And I'm curious, Elizabeth, what's your favorite part about the video series?
Just connecting with people. The dietitians have been really fun to talk to. Just getting a little more insight with all the different medical professionals. We're always looking for the next best one, and it's just really fun to sit down and talk on a layman's we're all at the same level talking, just educating people. It's just been really fun. It's nerve-wracking at first. It helped us grow. Yeah. But it's made us grow as professionals and learn a whole nother media source. So it's been great.
Beautiful. I love that. And I love that willingness to learn and grow and discover new ways of being out in the world and sharing. Beautiful. I love that. Wendy, is there anything you would like to add to the conversation about the confident patient? And actually, at the end of the show, we'll let people know where they can find it for those who are leaning in and would like to add that to their library. But any final tips or thoughts that you would like to bring forward about it, the video series, or having us really step forward with confidence?
I just think that it's really important for us to recognize that we are not alone. So during this last, year and a half during the pandemic, it is very easy to feel alone. But I think one of the fortunate things is due to technology, there are ways that you can stay connected with people. And that's one of the reasons we did the video series, because even though a book is really important and the audiobook can be really important, the video series being real time and people being able to comment and there to be an active discussion. Being someone who has a healthcare condition is nerve-wracking. Someone who is a family member, it can be overwhelming, but you are not alone. There are resources and people that you can connect with and be supported by.
Thank you. Really important to remember that we are not alone. And there are these powerful ways that we can connect and communities that we can be part of and engage and get that support. Thank you for those beautiful reminders and sharing. I appreciate it. We are getting ready to go to our next commercial break. And as we do, listeners, I want you to think about what Wendy and Elizabeth have shared with us, what's being laid on your heart and spirit as we take a moment to digest and process and receive and be present in all that is speaking to us, and perhaps look at what support do you need. So if you are sometimes feeling alone, maybe looking at what sort of a community or connection, or maybe another way to reach out and connect proactively with another could be supportive in feeling that connection, knowing that others are walking beside you. So we'll look forward to continuing our conversation in just 2 minutes.
announcing a powerful new TV channel featuring programs designed to enhance and transform your life. Make powerful connections, one program at a time. And by doing so, we can bring transformation to the world. Tune in each week to Empowered Connections TV as we add new programs to help you make empowered connections of your own. Visit empoweredconnectionstv.com. That's empoweredconnectionstv.com. And make the most of an incredible life transformation.
You need to live up to your full potential. You've heard that for years, but now there's a channel to help you get there. Introducing the Voice America Empowerment Channel. Our listeners have told us that they want to be motivated, hear about success stories, and positive encouragement around the clock. And we've responded to you. The Voice America Empowerment Channel is the home of the world's top life coaches, entrepreneurs, and success experts. Listen to the Voice America Empowerment Channel. It's here at voiceamericaempowerment.com.
Rebecca Hall Greider's Speaker Talent Search is looking for speakers wanting to get on more stages. With just one audition, you could open the doors to hundreds of speaking opportunities, reach more people, and expand your impact. Finalists get to audition live in front of leaders looking to fill all kinds of speaking opportunities. Apply now at SpeakerTalentSearch.com. That's SpeakerTalentSearch.com. We look forward to hearing your message.
You're listening to Empowering Women, Transforming Lives with your host, Rebecca Hall Greider. If you have a question or comment for Rebecca or her guest, we'd love to hear from you. Please call into the program at 1-888-346-9141. That's 1-888-346-9141. You may also send an email to Rebecca at yourpurposedrivenpractice.com. Now back to Empowering Women, Transforming Lives.
Welcome back, everyone. I hope you enjoyed those 2 minutes just for you and that you have enjoyed this time of connection, of being poured into, that you have added some great thoughts or tools to your toolbox to help you unmask your potential to step forward with confidence and shine. Some of the things that, as I'm reflecting back on the show today, I'm hearing this slowing down, this connecting message. And I feel like that is so key for us to really unmask our potential. Sometimes we're moving so fast that we're not truly present. And it's hard to be fully who we are when we aren't fully present. Other times we can put on a mask where we are trying to show up a certain way, fit into a certain shape, whatever it may be, and that's what we're presenting to the world. And that takes a lot of energy to keep a mask up. And what a mask does is it actually, we sometimes think it as a protection or a connection point. I find it actually is a shield that separates and can keep you from that true deep connection. It can keep you from your full potential because you're sometimes hiding some of your facets, some of your way of shining out beautifully and powerfully. So I want to invite all of you to just remember that if you start to feel yourself trying to put on a mask, to allow yourself to release the mask and really show up. If we're called to impact and touch others and connect deeply and make a positive difference, we need to be willing to take that shield off, to take that mask off so people can see who we really are and connect deeply with us in what we do. So I encourage you to do that. And I encourage you to allow yourself to discover more of who you are, more of your potential, and be willing to share that with the world. And I think some of the great tips and discussion and information today can help empower you to do that. Remembering to slow down, allow space and time to be poured into. Observe, use all your senses, see what is speaking to you. Lean into books and tools and resources that can support you in your journey because you are not alone and you are needed. So allow yourself to connect with others and others to connect with you and share the amazing gift of who you are. And as you see the amazing gift in others, let them know how they've touched your life. Encourage them. That gives us confidence when we know. Like I love how Elizabeth was sharing how it was heartwarming to know the book made a difference. So encourage. I love how David called in and shared how he's excited and he's seen that and cheering Shelby on as her book is coming forward. Take the time to reach out and encourage each other. That helps us become more confident and know that what we're doing is making a difference. We are getting ready to go around our virtual room, and as we do that, I'm going to invite each of our amazing guests to share a few things, share a final tip that you can take with you, or a reminder to support you on your journey, how to connect with them and go deeper. And they're sharing that information on purpose. They do want to hear from you. They do want to connect and go deeper. So take a moment, have your paper and pen ready as we go around the room so that you know that information. You can take in those tips that will serve. So starting with that, Shelby, I'd love for you to start. Do you have a final tip to support our listeners today?
Well, I've been thinking about your theme of unmasking potential, and I think to unmask our potential, we want to approach life from a place of love, because love is what we are.
Beautiful. So remembering to approach it from love, consciously, purposely, mindfully. Beautifully. I love it. And then what is the best way for people to, well, remind us of your book title and date of launch so we can mark that on our calendars in case anyone missed it, and the special rate, and then the best way for people to connect with you.
Well, my book is called Evolution of a Soul, and it launches on October 19th at a special rate of $1.99. And you can reach me at shelbycotterman.com. I'm on Facebook and Instagram. And since I have a somewhat intimidating name, it's ShelbyKottmann. I really look forward to hearing from you and being connected.
Beautiful. Thank you for sharing. I appreciate it. And Elizabeth, I'd love for you to share a final tip and way for us to connect in.
Sure. So it really struck me earlier when we were, just really being present. So I think, Eckhart Tolle said, realize deeply that the present moment is all you will ever have. And I think we really need to think about that and live our life accordingly. And to follow us and learn more about us, you can watch the Confident Patient in a New World video series on Facebook, on our 2x2 Health page, or on our website, 2x2health.com.
Beautiful. Thank you for sharing. I appreciate it. And Wendy, do you have a final tip for us and way to connect in?
Thank you, Rebecca. I just think it's important for us all to take a moment and affirm for ourselves that we are worth it. We're worth the extra breath. We're worth the extra moment of gratitude. We're worth it. One of the physicians that we interviewed for when we were writing The Confident Patient, Dr. Kathy Tyna, said, we don't choose our healthcare condition, but we do choose who we surround ourselves with. And I think we're worth it.
Beautiful. Yeah, thank you for sharing. I think that's something we can forget, or when we cut corners, sometimes it's with ourselves. So I appreciate that important reminder in choosing who we surround ourselves with, that we absolutely have choice in that. Beautiful. And what are some ways that people can connect in, tap into some of the resources, etc.?
So we'd love people to connect with us through our website. It's 2x2health.com. So it's the number 2 and X, the number 2 health.com. Through that, you can see our video series. You can order our book, The Confident Patient, through Amazon, and the Audible book is available at our website at 2x2health.com.
Beautiful. Thank you so much for sharing. I appreciate it. And listeners, thank you for carving this time out for us to get to spend with you. And I was reflecting back on how powerful it was in the opening to have that collective breath together where we paused and breathed as we connected in different time zones, different parts of the world, different walks of life. And yet we came together and got to pause, breathe, connect, and receive. It has been a gift to have all of you weave your beautiful energy with us, your breath with us, and know that we are supporting you, cheering you on. And as you go back out into the world, take a couple moments for you to pause and breathe. You are worth it. You're worth that time, that pause, to center, breathe, and then move forward on purpose and with purpose. I hope you all have an amazing week and that you choose to bloom where you are planted and shine and share your gifts with the world. Have an amazing week, everyone, and we'll talk to you next time.
Thank you for joining us this week for Empowering Women, Transforming Lives. Please tune in again for another edition with your host, Rebecca Hall-Gruyter, next Thursday at 1 p.m. Eastern Time, 10 a.m. Pacific, on the Voice America Empowerment Channel, with a replay on Sunday at 4 p.m. Eastern and 1 p.m. Pacific on the Voice America Variety Channel. Have a beautiful week, and may you always bloom where you're planted and shine.